Hello, my name is Thomas Mendenhall, and this is case study 4, Architects Administration. So, how can the GC's project manager resolve this issue? So first, project manager is going to want to set up a meeting with the architect, and generally you're going to want the client there and any other key stakeholders. You're going to want to discuss the issue of what's going on with the architect and set clear expectations moving forward. And these expectations are to be enforced as requirements. So next, document protocols. So it's important to create written protocols for the RFIs, submittals, and change orders, and for meeting attendance to ensure that all parties um, well, we want to ensure all parties agree and sign off on these protocols to ensure mutual understanding and communication. So it's pretty much just documenting everything, and which leads us to our next point, um, record keeping and documentation. Extremely important at this stage. So we want to document every interaction with the architect, including verbal responses, missed meetings, and delayed submittals. This will provide a record if a dispute does arise. Um, so next, escalating the issue. In the case that the architect continues to be uncooperative, escalate the issue to the school district. And we want to highlight the impact of the project timeline um, and the budget. And that's pretty essential. So when doing this, we want to emphasize the impact um, that the architect has had on the project schedule, the timeline, and how this may be affecting the budget. So next, we're going to issue formal notices. If these actions are unsuccessful in getting the architect to change their behavior, we're going to issue a formal notice to the architect regarding non-compliance with contractual obligations. And obviously, this is assuming that um, uh, non-compliance is a strong part of our contract, obviously. So when doing all these things, especially if we get to the second half here where we're escalating the issue and issuing formal notices, we want to seek legal advice and consult with a construction attorney to review the contract and understand the legal options for addressing non-performance. And this will also help assess um, liability and the risk um, in the case of any errors that would lead to litigation. So pretty much we want to set the groundwork with a legal professional. So what could the school district have done to prevent this from happening? Um, Architect selection. School district could have selected architects based on their track record, experience, and references. Schools can be extremely complicated projects with lots of changes, and merit experience are pretty key in this area of construction. Um, Regular meetings. The school district could have scheduled pre-construction meetings with the project team to discuss progress, address concerns, and ensure that everyone is on the same page. Um, More communication could have prevented these issues. The school district really should be showing more involvement with where where we're at in this project and the circumstances of, what's going on. Performance clauses. School district could have incorporated clauses in the contract that outline expectations and consequences for non-performance. This would have included mandatory meetings and documentation. So whatever we are assuming, whatever was in the contract regarding to performance, it was not enough, and not enough on, well, as it pertains to the architect side. And that is why we need detailed contracts. But school district could have constructed their contracts with the architect that included clear performance expectations, response times for RFIs, submittals, and change orders, and penalties for non-compliance. So all of these areas could have been hit in the contract. So risk incurred if the situation is left unchecked. So risk to the general contractor. So we may see an extended timeline, delayed responses to the RFI submittals and change orders can extend the project timeline, and this will lead to missed deadlines, which carries us to the next point, which would be increased costs. Prolonged construction can result in increased labor costs, material costs, and equipment costs. These issues that we're dealing with, the architect here can have a bit of a turnover effect. And so the next risk is construction defects. So the lack of clear direction and oversight from the architect can lead to construction defects and rework, affecting the quality of the overall project. And yeah, without questions being answered and without clear direction from the architect, it's going to be much more likely that problems happen and that the work the contractor is doing will be considered defective, and that's a major risk. Client relationships, poor project performance can damage the general contractor's relationship with the client, affecting future business opportunities. And this could also mean a damaged reputation for the contractor. Breach of contract, failure to meet the contractual obligations could result in legal disputes and potential financial penalties. And so pretty much if the contractor doesn't know what he's doing, or if he leaves himself liable, he could be liable for any breach of contract issues. So risks incurred to the school district. So budget overruns, delays, and additional work can lead to budget overruns, straining the school district's financial resources. Substandard construction, inadequate oversight, and unclear directives can result in substandard construction, affecting the functionality and aesthetics of the remodeled school. Future maintenance, poor quality work may require additional maintenance and repairs in the future. Public relations issues, negative publicity surrounding the project can harm the school district's reputation. This is a big one when you're funded by the taxpayers. And disputes with contractors. The school district may face disputes with the GC and other contractors, potentially leading to costly legal battles. Um, yeah, depends how the contract is set up and how the situation would go from there. But school district may very well wind up in court. So architectural firmness. So breach of contract. This is the easy one. Failure to meet contractual obligations such as timely responses and construction administration duties could result in claims like breach of contract. Liability for defects. The architectural firm may be held liable for design errors or construction defects resulting from inadequate oversight. Yes, they may be held liable depending on how the situation would play out. Future maintenance, poor quality work may require additional maintenance and repairs in the future. Litigation. If disputes escalate, the firm could face legal action from the general contractor or the school district. Insurance claims. The firm may face increased insurance claims or higher premiums due to errors, omissions, or liability issues arising from the project. Thank you guys for watching.